Good morning. I didn't finish the video yesterday because I met up with the group basically essentially or right when I got out of the car yesterday when I arrived at the hotel. But we are at the hotel. We are staying at the Lowe's Hollywood. It is such a great central location, and I'll try and get a little clip of it after, but we can see the Hollywood sign right from our window, which is very cool. But today we've been up really early, basically the time difference. I got up at 4 o'clock this morning, so we are up early. We have a lot of time to kill. So the Chinese theater is basically right around the corner. So we're just gonna go over there and check it out for a little bit and then come back before we head to Universal Hollywood today for a VIP tour. All right, so you can just kind of see it over there, the Hollywood sign up over there on the hill. So it's a beautiful view here from our hotel room. So we're walking along the stars here. We just passed the Chinese theater over there, which I forgot to show you. The Dolby Theater where they have the Oscars and things. And then we're just kind of walking. Our hotel is right there. We've made it to Universal now. We just had breakfast which is included with the VIP tour in the VIP area, and we have just started our tour. I don't know where we're headed. We're just kind of following the group, but we got lots of stuff planned. We're going to be here on the tour for 6 hours today, so got a lot of stuff planned, some good rides. I think maybe we're headed to the VIP tour or the studio tour first. I don't know. Just follow it. Just got on the studio tour in our own
a little
private,
over 40 years later, let's check in with that young man who's checked by every film school he ever applied.
Now we have to figure something out. We can either release this movie as a silent musical and nobody will watch it, or we can figure out a way to put sound in the musical. We hired a guy on the lot, his name was Jack Foley. He came to us and said, I can find a way to put sound in your film. I can use normal everyday items in a very quiet room and create what we call now Foley art, named after Jack Foley, which is why we still call it that. Now, we then needed to make you know which stages you could use for sound and which ones you couldn't. So we had stages and sound stages. When we name something in Hollywood, though, we don't normally go back and change them, so there's still sound stages to this day, even though we don't have stages. Because they are so quiet inside and you can't normally hear the sound outside, we have to have a way. That's called a wig-wag. If you ever see one of those flashing red, you will notice Peter or I will jump immediately off the microphone because we have to shut up instantly. Because that means there's actual filming going on inside. But I always feel like Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park when I'm standing here. Remember when they first drive through the Jurassic Park gate, he looks at the arch and goes, what do you put in there? Well, back in the day, exotic illness, elephant nose. Follow me on inside. I'm going to show you guys the unintended consequences. I know. We've got 17 today. And I need the rest.
Walked into a sound stage.
Now, take a look at the walls. You'll notice they are very thickly insulated. We have something on the walls that's called Insul Quilt. I-N-S-U-L -quilt. You can buy it for your house at home to soundproof it. It's very expensive the less you buy. The more you buy, the less expensive it is, just like everything else. But these walls are about 5 times thicker than your walls at home, making this room effectively 98% soundproof. The 2%. Low bass rumbles like engines. So if I was making a TV show or a movie in here, the very first thing I would do is walk outside and ask Les to turn the engine on.
This is where, when you see him walking in, it's shot right there. And across the street is Brownstone Street. Take a look at some of the great things that's shot there. Welcome to Courthouse Square, which you're going to recognize in the town of Hill Valley from Back to the Future. Camera sees everything with 2-dimensional eyes. So take a look at that wall through your cameras or your phones. You might be surprised by what you see. And across the street, you can see that they've taken one of the sets on New York Street and dressed them up to look like Chinatown for an upcoming production. Guess what production it is? Can't tell yet. See, a lot of the stuff Brian and I have had to do.
Going into King Kong.
You're on board a ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times.
What kind of place is this?
So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Scotland.
We'll be back in theaters next year. Next week, rather. This week, it's Sunday, so Friday it's coming in theaters everywhere, including IMAX and 3D screens. But I am too excited to wait for Friday. We are going to the lovely little town of Amity right now. So, such a quaint little picture, a seaside community. Now there's nothing to worry about. The shark has been captured and struck up, and George, one of Amity PD's finest, has taken a final swim to the harbor to make sure that everything's A-okay. All right. It's a beautiful day here in Amity. George is to the left of the police boat underwater. What could possibly go wrong? Wait a minute, hear that music? Oh no. Oh no, there's a little shark out there. George! Can't hear me, it's underwater. George! There he is. George is a shark right under you. George! George! George, wake up! Poor George. Poor George. He had a lot of guts. Oh, and there they are. Little club soda will get that on. Goodbye, old chum. This is a tough trolley. All right, we're going to pull up right next to these flammable barrels where we'll be safe. Keep your eyes on that yellow barrel. If the shark takes him, we'll know we're okay. He's got it. He's got our pair, too. Hold on. Gas pump loose by sparks. It's a bad combo. Wait a minute. Where's the shark? Anybody see him? How about a round of applause for Bruce the Shark, star of the movie Jaws? Anybody know what?
In just a moment, you're going to see the final part of the effect. Though if you're looking through your cameras, you might not see the final part of the effect, because that's been a problem we've been dealing with since the very beginning of movie making. Water falling from the sky falls very quickly, and it doesn't really have any sort of light to give it any sort of contrast, so we have to backlight the rain. So the next time you watch a romantic comedy, you know the one where the couple's standing in front of the parked car, and as they say goodbye and their lips touch, the music swells and the headlights of the car turn on. Don't say "aww," because it had nothing to do with romance. It had everything to do with finance. We paid for the rain and we want you to see it. That's it. What? Oh. Yeah, that's what happens in California when it rains. It floods everywhere. Anybody here read Spanish? Because if you do, when you look at the sign, you might notice there's a little bit of a joke there. The sign's last two words say "Alto Sequia." Caution, drought. That was a Predator 2 gun, Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. That's where Jack Sparrow got slapped by 3 different women, including the blonde woman from the Mentos commercials. On your left-hand side, that's where the 3 amigos got fired. Steve Martin, Mark Short, and Chevy Chase in the film, of course, from back in the 80s. This was also an area where you would have found Nacho Libre. He was kicking the kids out because they had the Wiggles that were being released. That's one of the only times I can remember this being used as Mexico. One other time, though. You guys remember when we kept remaking BBC shows in the U.S.? One of them was a show called Shameless. Remember the episode where Frank gets dumped in Mexico with no passport and no driver's license? That's where he made the phone call from. The only thing they used was just like this little shot of him sitting in front of a bench. Right here on the left-hand side, that's where they made about 40 minutes of the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio. Funny thing is they were recreating a show called Lancer on the set where the original show Lancer originally filmed. So if you thought that movie was not messing with reality, think again. Because you had 2 different sets of actors playing the same characters on the same set where the original set of actors played those characters 40 years ago. You notice I'm still saying this because even though there are no children around.
Making their way through the streets of Paris at night, and sadly reached an impasse in the relationship, so they're trying to talk it out, work it out. The couple was Kermit the Frog and his pig. Often has a sword fight. Welcome to the town of Port Royal from Disneyland Pirates of the Caribbean.
Wow.
Yes, once again, other studios come here and film. We go there and film. Everything gets a lot of fun. But talking about that scene from Pirates brings up another aspect of filmmaking that's important. When you see a scene that's supposed to take place in a specific studio.
Oh, you thought we were done?
We're just getting warmed up.
Now we are underground, so you might want to watch out. Wait a minute, did that say hydrogen? Oh, come on! Hey, look! Look! We made a dumpster fire! No, a real one this time. Now, eventually, being in California, there's one thing you don't really have to worry about. The trains being on time. Except for today, apparently. Look out! The other problem with earthquakes in San Francisco is you always have to be careful of tidal waves. The other big bomb. A big old earthquake going on here on the back of making something. So good. You're just honorary Southern California. Now, it's a little bit difficult to see. When you're next to the wall, you might see a poster. The poster's got a little puppy on it, and 4 words that tell every Californian what's about to happen. Those 4 words are, did you feel that? Which is what every Californian puts on social media after an earthquake. You know how you know you become a true Southern Californian, though? When your response to that question is, feel what? It was used in Beethoven's 5th episode of Quantum Leap, and every once in a while, it would become a vacation destination for some very desperate housewives. Which is what I don't understand, because if you're the desperate housewives, why are you going on vacation there when you live right here? That's like camping out in your own backyard. You're not really getting away from anything, but welcome to Wisteria Lane. On your left, that was Eva Longoria's house. That was also a basement taken over by Tom Hanks and crew during the movie Lady Killers. Right next door, the original 1313 Mockingbird Lane from the original Munsters film or TV shows. On the left as well, that was the Hardy Boys barn. It was also Susan's house in Desperate Housewives. It was also Davy's house in the Mindy Kaling comedy Never Have I Ever. That house right over there is built around a eucalyptus tree. It was Lynette Scavo's house in Desperate Housewives, but you'll notice you never really got to see through the front door. She always kind of answered it with her head sticking out. Because in California, you can't bend down trees once they've been too big or too old, so we had to build a house around the tree. In the first season of the show, they also burned down a colonial mansion, which they actually did as part of the production, so they could make this cul-de-sac because they wanted to add that house to the left. That was originally used by Edie Britt. Then it was Renee Perry's house once they wrote Edie Britt out of the show. We're gonna call it that. Right over here on the left, that was Keenan's house during the short-lived show Keenan. Next door is the Ace Hardware house from all the Ace Hardware commercials. Next to that, that's Brie Vandekamp's house. And then a house that I find very interesting, because this house on the left was originally made to be the Cleaver Mansion during the Leave It to Beaver TV movie, but it's also the house where John and Ted live in the Ted television show. But if you watch the movie Ted 2, that's the house where they go to find Flash Gordon. So my question is this, if Flash Gordon is their childhood hero, how do they not recognize he now lives in the house they grew up in? Short version of the story is kids don't do drugs. That's the PSA here. On the left, that was Nancy Drew's house from the 50s, and the one you've all been waiting for right there on the left. Yeah, that was Matlock's house. The original Matlock with Andy Griffith, not the one right now starring Kathy Bates. I'm wondering if she'll... Good. All right. Whoa, we're gonna move. We're gonna move. Thankfully, we found Norman's kryptonite. Mild cardio. Right over here on the left-hand side, though, I can understand why Norma Bates was always in such a bad mood. I mean, what would you do if there was an airplane in your backyard? Who exactly do you call to take care of an airplane? I've been literally asking. I have no idea. But this is from a movie called War of the Worlds. It was directed by Steven Spielberg. And as part of the production contract, he specifically stated to Paramount, I want a real 747. And when you're Steven Spielberg and you say, I want a real 747, the question is, where do you want it? So they bought it from an airplane graveyard in the Mojave Desert as a decommissioned 747, meaning they did not pay the full price for the airplane. They paid $60,000 for the scrap metal it had become. Problem, the Mojave Desert is about 200 miles from here, and the airplane could not fly. So, it had to be cut into 4 pieces, put on the back of flatbed trucks. They had to cut the roof off because it didn't fit under the freeway. Originally, they were going to put the roof back on, but if you notice across the way, you'll see the roof is leaning against the actual building over there. Because when Steven Spielberg takes one look at this,
He fell back on what he remembered from Jaws. Don't show the monster. Don't show the grower. So he didn't put anybody in here, so that way you had to ask what happened to all the passengers. It did also have a little bit of an unintended consequence that he loved. It brought the movie down from a potential R rating to a guaranteed PG-13. If you're wondering why that's important, did you know that only one R-rated movie ever in history has hit the $1 billion mark? You probably saw it in theaters. It's just over a year old. It's called Deadpool Wolverine. And the reason why is because parents didn't care. They were taking 8-year-olds to go see the film. I know, I was sitting next to one of them in the theater. But one, in all these years, one R-rated movie that hit $1 billion. You know how many PG-13 movies have done it? It's okay, there's nothing to see. I just like to see how long people are going to look around. That's an example of an amazing version of sound design. Because for the majority of the film, you do not see the monster. Look at the screens real quick. If you look at the O, that's how the alien appears for the majority of the film. If you guys remember, we've been talking about a specific movie throughout the tour where you do not see the bad guy until halfway through the movie. This was Jordan Peele's sci-fi fantasy homage to the movie Jaws. He said he wanted you to go in expecting Close Encounters of the Third Kind to come out, you realize you just watched Jaws in space. It's a perfect description of the film.
We just finished our studio tour. It was really good. They brought us in to let us out to walk around a couple of the different studios. We went into a sound stage. We went into the costume department. We couldn't film anything in there or take pictures, but that was very, very cool. They even had props that they were about to use for different movies and things, and so very cool. But now we have headed into Hogsmeade. Some of the group is going to go on Forbidden Journey, but past that ride in my day. We are now headed into the Minion section. I think we're gonna do Minion Mayhem or something, maybe character. I'm not too sure yet what we're doing. We're headed over this way, and then we have lunch soon. He did tell us too that the lunch is very good. He said they have the executive chefs who prepare food and stuff for the catering when they're here for the stars filming movies and things. So I'm expecting good things.
You want to be a man. Maybe we'll begin soon, but be warned, the angel works. Please, that is trying to be eaten.
We are now headed into lunchtime. Okay, we're now headed over to Waterworld. It's a 15-minute show.
Game of faith that you have agreed to play by sitting on the green seat. It could be a little bit, something like this. This is easy. Anybody can handle this. Or it could be a lot of it.
A lot of it.
Something like that. Use this information to make good life choices. Are there any questions about the green seats and the water? Yes, question. There you go. Question, yes? There we go. More questions. Wow. I thought I was very clear about what could happen.
He's determined to find dry land first. He's ensured that no explorer has ever returned. Until now.
Jack, what do you got? It's a woman. It looks like it's Helen. Return signal! Get out the gate! Hold! Woo!
Close the gate! Max, keep a lookout.
Helen!
Hey, come help me.
Bring it in! It is so good to see you alive. Where have you been? Keep your eyes on the swivel! Come here! Get your army locked down the gate! They have a steam flag! Anyone have eyes on the steam flag? Ah! Incoming from the south! Get down! Get to the cannons! Helmet! Chuck. Hey, Mariner. Let's go. Just you and me. Come and get it.
No! Hey! You got the door!
I need something with a little more kick. Asking Shara save. Hey, Mariner. Say hello to Big Bertha. Oops. Hey, do us all a favor. Stand in one spot. Get in, Chuck. Alright, I see. You're using Chuck as a shield. Well, I never liked Chuck. Yes!
Alright, we're headed into Secret Life of Pets now.
Okay, check it out. This is the map of the city. It's all there. That's me. That's you. That's the pet store. Let's do it. Shoot. Super cool high-tech truck. You can do it, Frankie. That's so exciting. Let's die, everyone. Come on. Go down, truck. Don't worry. You're in danger. My brain senses will warn. Check out my bunny cop. Yeah, a flying bunny. You can go home now. You've officially seen it all. Mommy got I had to lose a single pup. Don't be jealous. Some of us get boxes. Some of us get super cool high-tech drawers. Come on! Go down and rock out. Don't worry. If you're in danger, my brain senses will be there. This is Captain Filthy These rockets gonna get us to next door twice as fast. Change plans. I'm just gonna strap myself to a rock. Easy, Johnny. Oh, fire! Ouch! Ouch! Fire!
So funny.
What do you say? You want to come home with us? Yes! Mom, I love you! Yeah! What do you say? You want to come home with us? You will! I just get back home, so I can...
Oh, just wait till you start name this thing.
Look at the hamster up there.
Free shoe cleaning. One side.
And we made it to Super Nintendo World. Arrived at the Service of the Sun. Today we are headed in to ride Mario Kart. In the Bowser's Castle we go. So we just did Super Mario. I didn't film anything because I was very into it. But now we are headed on to Jurassic World as our last ride with the VIP tour. Just finished up our tour. We ended up going on the Mummy right after the tour, and it was good, although I do like the Florida version better, but was not expecting the blast off at the beginning, so it was pretty good. But we are just gonna head out now. I think we are headed out. We are going to be checking into our hotels at Disneyland tonight. So we had to go back to the hotel, get our luggage, and then head over to Disneyland, which is gonna be at least an hour and a half drive, probably. I just got to my room here at the Disneyland Hotel. It was a long trek over. It's like, I think it was well over an hour since we left. I think maybe an hour and a half, I don't know. I'm delusional, I'm exhausted. But I have just checked into the hotel here at Disneyland. So, I'm checking this cover. So I thought I would show you a quick look around. All right, so this is the view right when you walk in. So I figure I'll give you the view of the big room first. So there's a little like ottoman type bench thing, which would be good for like a luggage rack here. There's a TV, little set of drawers. I would assume there's a fridge in there. There's a Keurig, a little desk over here. They did leave this little 70th thing over here. It says gift inside, which I didn't even open, but I think it's probably a picture. Oh, welcome home. Receive a gift. This picture. It's a very nice photo. And then over here are the two beds. I did put the little lights on because they're just so cute, and it did play music, which is adorable as well. So really nice. The nice kind of like artwork on the wall over here too. A Walt walking through the castle, which is nice. And then this room, it has a connecting door. I think there's a big suite on the other side because I saw the doors right next to it. My room's at the end of the hallway. But anyway, so there's, the bathroom's kind of broken up. So they have a sink over on this side. So they have a sink. They do have, oh, that's interesting, the hand soap and body lotion. I love that they're starting to do this with the hand soap because I am not a big bar soap girl. So I really appreciate that. They've got the little Kleenex thing down there, which is cute. And then there is a closet behind here as well with a luggage rack. You've got your safe, ironing board, hanging, all that fun stuff. And then the rest of the bathroom is right over here. So you have a toilet and a shower. This shower, it does have the shower curtain in it. And then also right here is a full length mirror as well. I forgot to show you the view I have. Oh, look at all the birds suddenly flying around. So I am, I only have a standard view, so I just have basically a view of the parking lot. And then over there is Pixar Place, where we will be staying in a few days from now. You can see their kind of like pool area and stuff over there. There's all like these like crows flying around, which I feel like is kind of morbid. There's like some construction going on back there. And then also you can kind of just see it over here is the Grand Californian, where we will be moving tomorrow night and be staying there for the next few nights. So I'm gonna be checking out all of the Disneyland hotels on this trip. So after this trip, I would have stayed at all the Disneyland hotels, which is very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, so I just got to the room and I was gonna go meet up with the rest of the group, grab something for dinner, basically at the quick service here. But basically, there is a huge, where's the elevator? There's like an hour wait for the quick service here for mobile ordering. There wasn't really anything I wanted either. So I think instead I might just walk into Disney, I was gonna say Disney Springs, downtown Disney, and maybe go to like Earl of Sandwich or something. It's already like late-ish, so I don't need anything too long, but anyway, I don't really want to wait that long for food, and there was nothing I really wanted. So there's children screaming. So I think I'm gonna try and do that, and may or may not meet up with them. All right, guys, so I am back in the room now. I am going to head to bed. I just went and got, I'm getting Earl of Sandwich. I got a turkey club, and then met up with the rest of the group. We kind of all ate together and hung out for a little bit, and so I'm gonna probably have a shower and get ready for bed. It's almost like 9:45, which is late for me because I'm used to it being 3 hours ahead. So it's been a long day. I did not sleep well last night, so I'm really hoping I sleep a lot better tonight. I'm gonna head to bed, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow the fam officially starts, so I will be moving hotels yet again. We'll be moving over to the Grand California and starting the fam. So we have kind of our own time, mostly during the day, and then in the evening we will we have like a reception, and I think we have a VIP parade viewing as well tomorrow. So I will see you for that tomorrow.